Hello, my name is Navin Kikabhai and I'm lead for the MSc Inclusive Education Pathway.
Welcome to the University of Bristol Open Day and to this brief introduction to the pathway. The pathway introduces a fundamental conceptual shift in understanding the purpose and function of education, asking questions about who it benefits and who it excludes. Alongside raising questions about the discrimination and exclusion of disabled people from mainstream society, it explores their active participation in education, further and higher education. The course heavily draws upon the lived experiences of disabled people, their self-organisation, user-led campaigns for justice and equality in education. Inclusive education fits in the middle of many overlapping disciplines in the humanities, sciences and social sciences. It is a transdisciplinary subject which explores the construction of disability. It critiques barriers in society that prevent disabled people's inclusion and participation as individuals with rights to citizenship. It rejects charity model interpretations that have, and continue to, place disabled people as in need of charity, cure, treatment, and care. The pathway is embedded within a framework for the progressive realisation of human rights. It draws upon the UN Convention on the Rights of Persons with Disabilities, for example, which draws upon evidence concerning the lack of understanding of the link between education and other areas of social, economic, cultural, and political participation. Principal concerns have identified a lack of implementation, uneven implementation across policy areas, lack of consistency with understanding of, adapting to, and applying the human rights model of disability. This includes abolishing laws, regulations, customs, and practices that constitute discrimination against disabled people. There are 4 core units. Introduction to Educational Inquiry, a 20-credit unit, provides an introduction to the variety of methods used to conduct research in education. It engages students in the key debates surrounding educational research and its importance in developing educational policy and improving educational processes. The question of what constitutes good educational research is addressed, and students will be encouraged to develop strategies to better understand and critique the immense variety of educational research reported in books and journals. In this unit, students are introduced to the entire process of conducting educational research, from the initial stages of thinking about research questions to designing a project, choosing particular methodologies and methods. Students are encouraged to look at this from a political and philosophical as well as an educational perspective, and also to consider and reflect on the key issues that educational researchers face, including how it is possible to ensure good ethical practice. Particular emphasis is placed on research designs for complex issues and processes. Controversial Issues in Special and Inclusive Education, a 20-credit unit, critically reviews some of the controversial issues and perspectives in key areas within special and inclusive education. The unit, How Educational Systems Can Respond to Diversity and Inclusion, challenges notions of vulnerability, and further, it examines the emerging literature associated with inclusive education and school, college, university improvement frameworks, widening participation, socially just curriculums and pedagogy, and the commitment to an ethically and socially just responsible learning organisation. Varying frameworks have been designed to provide schools, colleges and universities with feedback on aspects of inclusive practice, teaching and research excellence. The unit Educational Inequality and Social Justice explores the role of education in perpetuating and overcoming inequality and in promoting social justice. Topics covered will include the nature of and interaction between different kinds of inequalities in the global era, including those based on social class, ethnicity, and gender. Theoretical perspectives on the relationship between education, inequality, and social justice. Other topics include theoretical perspectives on the relationship between education, inequality, and social justice, evidence for the role of education in reproducing and overcoming inequalities, and practical strategies that can be used by policymakers, leaders, practitioners for overcoming inequalities. The Dissertation unit, a 60 credit unit, enables students to bring together a range of approaches and frameworks introduced during taught units, particularly the research method strands. It will provide students with experience of using research and theoretical literature to inform research design, designing and conducting a small-scale research project, and communicating research in a coherent and cogent manner. Further, the students will be required to draw on previous research method units in the design, implementation, data collection and analysis of their research. This unit will support you to become critical readers of research literature, to use classroom innovations appropriately within the research process, and to become independent generators of research ideas and practice within educational settings. This unit may also function as an important first step in supporting those students who wish to go on to further PhD study by providing the opportunity to test and evaluate their research practices and theoretical approaches. I hope this information has provided you with an understanding of the exciting, challenging and important pathway. If at all you have any further questions, do please contact me. Thank you.